Okay, really quickly, what is his name?
Nashoba.
His name?
Yes.
Say that again?
Nashoba.
Nashoba?
Yeah.
Cool, man. I've never had a Nashoba in for training, yeah? Does it mean something?
Yes, it actually means wolf.
Wolf! Unbelievable. I've had wolves in for training. Yeah, wolf. What language, may I ask? Good sit.
Choctaw.
Choctaw, yes.
Oh, cool, cool. What is that, a dialect?
That's for the Catahoula.
Okay.
Bred in Louisiana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I learned something
my mom
today.
is very much like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so when I first came out, he looked a little apprehensive, but again, we might be getting a different reading because he's here as opposed to me being at your home. So keep in mind, like if you said he does have a jumping problem sometimes, is this jumping problem with family, people that live in the household,
No,
or
everybody.
Strangers?
Yep, strangers.
Everybody.
Everybody that comes over, he's gonna jump on them. Yes.
Yes.
He's excited to jump. Okay.
Yes.
So he's very, very friendly. If anything, he's too friendly.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so from the conversations that we had on Messenger, I gathered that he might be a little anxious or something. Somebody said yes. So does he have separation anxiety, or because he sounds like a pretty well-adjusted dog if he's jumping on people and happy to see them and all that good stuff? Yes.
Who said anxious?
Me and Mom were talking because
You might be right.
He's,
What makes you think
he's
that?
going through. He's digging holes.
Okay.
He's digging holes.
He chews on everything.
Okay.
Outside and inside.
Really quickly, the holes. Yeah. So the holes that he's digging.
Yeah.
What is he watching? I wonder.
The people in the car.
Oh, cool. The churches.
he's
Let's bring him out this way, please. Yeah. See, it's good that you guys came right now because I like to use the churchgoers as a gauge to see the dog's behavior and how distracted he is.
He's
yes, and
very
how focused he is.
protective.
He is very. See, that's the kind of stuff I want to see because I'm not.
Protective
So
when
maybe
I
that's what
walk
I picked up on when I first approached you all. Because now, when you mean okay, so there's a lot to go over really quickly. So protective. What
Like
context?
If I walk him and there's people, he'll put himself between me.
Does he ever
somebody
bark
else.
at them?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
So he'll
he
just kind of like he's
he'll sit.
watchful.
He'll watchful. Yeah.
Okay, he's very, very watchful. Okay, very good. And if those people were to approach him, he's going to be happy to pet. Be allowed
Oh yeah.
and let them pet him.
He
Okay,
wants all the love.
he's really beautiful. He's gorgeous.
He's
Okay,
grown a lot too.
he has, yes, because he's again about 8 months older. So you guys think?
We got him in June or July, and he was only like 25 or 30 pounds. I think
Okay.
we got him.
Oh, he's
Like
grown.
he was small enough for us to hold
Yeah.
him, and now
Okay.
he's not.
Okay.
I think
And
he's bigger than our dog actually.
what
Our
are
dog.
your primary training goals? What are your goals? What would you like to achieve?
Basic commands.
Okay.
He knows sit, he knows come.
Mhm.
Kind of.
To get him to stop doing things that he's not supposed to.
For example.
When they play,
Mhm.
he gets a little aggressive. He gets a little rough. And I
Okay.
don't know if because he's a puppy and he's just trying to figure
Okay.
things out, but he will like what does he do, Meg, when he jumps on Grissom?
Oh,
Hey,
he
Papa. Good.
almost
Hi.
as
So
if
handsome.
he's trying to hump him, but more
Okay.
of a domination thing.
Yeah, I would imagine that's
Very
a dominance thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
very dominant.
And what I was saying before earlier about the digging. So the digging, is he digging holes to get out of the heat? Is he an inside dog, outside dog? Is he both?
He's
Primarily inside.
Inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when he's going outside, he's digging the holes that he's digging. Is he trying to dig to China, or is he trying to dig?
They're not big holes. They're.
So he's
little-
not digging holes big enough to waller in, like to
No.
roll around and lay in.
No.
Dogs will do that out of heat a lot of times, so that's not the case. Is he digging like small holes? Like is he digging for earthworms or something, for fish bait?
Kind of.
Yeah, we did find out that the foster mom that
Mhm.
he had before, she
Yeah.
let all the dogs that they had eat mulch, eat sticks.
Mhm.
So it's been a big battle to get them to stop eating sticks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he having to go to the emergency room over the
destroyed,
sticks?
He's gotten sick a
yes.
couple of times. Yeah.
How so? What has
he
happened?
destroyed the hibiscus that my mom had,
Okay.
and he ate the hibiscus.
Okay.
The main thing that he
And that's toxic to the dogs?
the hibiscus is not overly toxic. It is toxic if
Mhm.
he eats a lot of it. He hasn't done that.
But that's why he had to go to the vet for that case?
Yes.
Yeah.
But what about like random sticks in the lawn, in the yard and
he
stuff?
eats them all.
And
You have to pick them up.
and you have to pick them up, and then is that causing him to get sick as well?
Not overly sick. He's able to pass it through, but
Okay.
I'm
So
just
really quickly, yes?
concerned.
Let's pick our battles, yeah?
Yeah.
So to me, that sounds like a battle that you guys, a drama that you're creating. I would be thankful if Mother Nature's providing edible chew toys for him. Good sit. So as long as so the hibiscus, not a good thing.
Yeah.
But any sticks that he's chewing on out in the yard, as long as he's not having any digestive issues with them, and he probably won't because he's probably not eating them, he's probably just destroying them, I say allow it. Listen, dogs have an innate need to destroy things. So just like, I guess, the whole cliche about men, they like to build things, like I'm going to build a boat, build a car, build a transmission or whatever. I don't really share that sentiment, but, dogs have the opposite urge. Male or female dogs, regardless of their gender, they have a need to destroy things. So you always want to apply this principle. Yes, dogs need, in my opinion, at least 5 separate things to chew on. And I mean things that are destructible, ideally edible. So the sticks are not edible, but he's destroying them and he's not eating them. Otherwise, he would be having a hydration issue. I mean, not a hydration issue, I'm sorry, I got distracted. Pretty good, how are you?
What's the business here? What do y'all do?
It's dog training. Good sit.
Is that the number to call here?
It is, yes sir.
What is the planting and all the other stuff?
The what? Yeah, bless you. Thank you so much. So, pardon the interruption. So, again, as I was saying, and look, this is all good feedback that I'm getting right now from him, yes? Yeah, he is protective.
Yes.
Look at him, huh?
Yeah, he watches.
Yeah. Yeah. He knows, yeah. Man, he is. He is, it's cool, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, now may I ask you something, please? And I'm not judging, I just want to know.
Yeah.
Were you girls a little nervous and tense right now?
No.
Not at all? Okay. So I don't know what made him... So, I was, by speaking to him, just the way he was moving, I could tell that maybe he'd partied a little bit before. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not judging.
No.
So, I wonder what cued the dog off to make him greet that guy a little differently than me. You even saw how he, was watching him, going around the corner. He's like... He was staring him down hard, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome, huh?
Yeah, Grissom does too.
Okay, so maybe he learned it from the other dog, yeah? All right, cool.
Grissom's learned.
Yeah. But do you see what I mean? I wanted to know, if you guys got tense, then maybe that he sensed that and he saw your body language, but that wasn't the case. So, awesome stuff, yeah? All right, good. So really quickly, back to what I was saying. Dogs need something to chew on. So the digging is going to decrease if you start providing him things to chew. And whenever he goes outside... Okay, so listen, bottom line across the board, whether inside or outside, they need to have at least 5 different things that they can destroy and eat, or at least destroy. If you give a dog a stick, yes, or a toilet paper roll, and you let him shred it, and he's responsible enough not to eat it, when he's done shredding that toilet paper roll, he's going to literally have a buzz. He's going to feel good about himself. It's going to make him feel awesome. Try it and see. So I would say that if you have a dog who likes to destroy toilet paper rolls and he's got a lot of behavioral issues, but he won't eat that toilet paper roll, give him toilet paper rolls once a day to destroy.
It's okay.
You got to pick battles. So do you see where I'm coming from? Because you're dealing with a dog that was bred to be a working dog.
Yeah.
And you girls are probably not working him to the degree that he wants to be worked. He's a Catahoula. Oh my God, let me tell you guys something. Family member of mine was in Louisiana, found 2 Catahoulas look just like him. They named them Charles. Dog was running loose, yes, 2 of them. He felt bad. They were out there delivering water for people in Louisiana, yes? Just recently, a few weeks ago. I can show you text messages. He said, hey, I found these 2 Catahoulas. Would you mind, keeping them for me and I'll pay boarding or whatever until I find a home for them? I said no, number one, because they were strays. What, did they have something? He's vaccinated and stuff, yes? So this is a different case, yeah? So I said no. But the other one was I told them, don't let your character spoil your destiny. That's a lot of dog.
It is.
That's a lot of dog. He's a handful. So I looked like I was peeing on everybody's parade, yeah? Instead of congratulations, man, you're a hero. They found homes for them though, by the way, yes?
Oh, that's good.
But they initially wanted to keep him. But after a week, they're like, that dog's got a lot of energy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and listen, I would train that dog at no charge. They know this. But they realize, they have a bully and they have a Frenchie already. A lot.
Okay.
Frenchies are a lot, yeah?
Yes.
This dog's going to be a lot. So again, back to what I was saying. If there's sticks out there, praise the Almighty Spirit and say, oh my goodness, this is not costing me 1 penny. As long as he's not pooing them out and having a problem, let it be, please. Don't create a problem. Don't create the drama. Number 2, when he's out, I need, listen, please, you're going to have to invest a little bit, yes?
Yes.
And I appreciate the time you invested driving over here, because we're a good distance, yes?
Yes.
So I appreciate that. Now, again, whenever he's outdoors, to decrease the digging right now, you need to give him activities. May I tell you what'll be a wonderful activity for him? Whenever you're at the grocery store and you see that there's discounted meats that are not pork. The other day I found beef ribs, like $3.25 for like 8 beef ribs, like 9 inches long. Beef ribs, not a lot of meat on them, but still delicious. So what we do is I'll chop those up into 1 or 2, and I'll freeze them individually. Not, freezer here that I use for my dogs, but at home you might have to make allocations, but freeze them individually. So you can pull out basically a meat sickle.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. So you grab it, yes?
Yeah.
You take that sucker out of the freezer. You put him outside on a hot. Look, he's already running. It's not even that hot, ladies.
I know.
And he's running hot. He's acting like he's been in a marathon. So again, you put him out in the yard, and I guarantee you, he's going to chew on that beef rib before he goes to digging a hole.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, if he starts digging a hole big enough to waller in to chew his bone in, let me know, yeah?
Yeah.
Or good sit. Then you want to be careful not to give him 5 bones at once, because then you're going to create a problem.
Yeah.
He's going to dig holes to bury those bones. So you see what I mean? So I'm giving you good advice, but it's a double-edged sword, this advice.
Yes.
You got to take that bone away from him when you get done, or when he comes back in. After he comes back in, somebody needs to go outside and get it.
Okay.
And that's going to increase the value of it. And as long as it's not beef, he can eat that bone. He can eat it raw. A lot of times when I go to the grocery store, I'll see chicken thigh leg quarters. When the bag's about to expire, the bag's already like $5 for 10 pounds. Then they put that sucker down for $3 or something, I buy it. And I individually freeze all the chicken pieces in there so I can grab them. And I'll give them to a dog and let them hang outside for an hour or 2, just chewing on a frozen piece of meat. They love it.
That'd be him.
That's what you got to do. So please, let's fight somebody. In addition to the obedience training and getting him his commands and stuff, these are going to decrease the digging outdoors. There are ways of punishing him for the digging. And if you follow my guidelines and he's still digging in a few weeks, then I won't charge you anything to do the phone consultation. I'll tell you exactly how to stop it, how to punish him for it. But first, let's give him other opportunities, because it just sounds like the digging is coming from a place of lack. And pardon me for saying that. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just telling you, matter of fact. Yes? Good. He likes other dogs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm not seeing any anxiety. The digging is not a sign of anxiety. It's a sign of boredom.
That's what we thought.
Yeah, boredom. Okay. So that's exactly what that is. Yes. In some dogs, yes, it could mean anxiety, just like somebody chewing their fingernails could be boredom or anxiety. Who knows? Yeah. So it could be anxiety. It's boredom. It's not anxiety with him. It could be anxiety in other dogs, but it's not with him. Very, very good. Now, do you need a chair or anything? No. Okay, you're good. Okay. And if he wants to walk around the corner, we'll walk around. Just keep him in the shade. I don't want him to get too hot before we work him. If he wants to lead you that way, I'll follow you around. But let's just kind of stay in the shade. Yes. But I'd like to just see his normal behaviors while I get to know him. Okay. So the digging. Do you guys have any questions about what I just mentioned, digging wise? Okay. So what other issues are you having with him? He's like jumping on people. We're gonna go over that today. Okay.
Showing objects in the house?
Yeah, he's...
So he's destroying things around the house,
he's
yes?
destroying things in the house now.
Now, is he chewing on bricks?
What?
He's not. You see? Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Do you know why he doesn't chew on bricks? Because he can't destroy them, and it makes him feel defeated.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times people will go to the pet stores and make the erroneous decision to buy nothing but indestructible chew toys for a dog. That's ridiculous. Do you guys own indestructible chew toys for him? For the love of goodness. So you see what I mean? There you go. So let me tell you something. So my dogs are responsible enough to destroy plushie toys, but not eat the stuffing. So I buy them at thrift stores all day long.
Yeah.
I just clean up after them. It's like Christmas.
Sew them up again.
Oh, awesome. That's smart. Oh, but see, I need to learn how to sew them. But see, I go like to Goodwill, whatever, man, in any neighborhood. Boom. I pull over, people think I'm Santa Claus and buying a bunch of stuffed animals, and I give them to my dogs, and my dogs destroy them to take the fluffing out of them, but they never digest the stuffing.
Yeah.
So it's an appropriate. Do you see what I mean? So I do that for them as a treat, a reward. Do that for him if he won't eat it. Who cares what people say? Don't let your dog, don't let him destroy the stuffed animal. Says who?
Yeah.
When I went to the Canine Academy, they said don't let a dog get on the couch with you. It makes them feel like they're your equal. Don't let a dog's head go above your head. A bunch of ridiculous stuff, yes?
Yeah.
Make sure you better walk out that door before the dog does.
Everything I
Stupid.
read on the Catahoula training was
Oh, forget about that nonsense. Yes.
Film that after you.
No way, man. I'm gonna show you how to. There's so many rules. You gotta like. There's so many things. Like it's ridiculous. You're a family, for the love of God. If he, listen, I would say if you want him to be on the couch, it's okay for him to be on the couch. Just make it permission based, and I'm gonna teach you how.
That's what we do.
There you go.
Sit before.
And may I tell you this? Yes, the very first thing we need to start with is the good word theory. Are you girls familiar at all with the good word theory? Not really, yes? Okay, good. It'll give a good opportunity for me to explain it. And I've already done this with them a few times.
By saying good sit.
Yes, ma'am. So you watched that. You're paying a lot of attention. That's amazing. I'm proud of you, yeah? So again, yes, if I happen to see him put his butt on the ground right now, I'm going to look at him and say good sit. You know, earlier when that gentleman came by and the gentleman started walking around, then he started like peering his head around. If I would like that behavior and I want to associate it to a word, I would say good look or good watch him. If he hears a noise and he turns to look in that direction and you say good look, he'll start looking, good listen, he'll start listening in that direction. From now on, whenever he makes eye contact with you all, are those prescription glasses? Okay, good. If they weren't prescription, I'd ask you to take them off because it's obscuring the view of your eyes to him.
Okay.
And they're shaded right now, they're darkened out, so that's probably why, yes? So they probably, yeah, he's about to have Constitution. This is unbelievable. So let me explain, yes? Very few dogs come out here and drop a dookie the first time they come out for a class. Unbelievable that he did that. He's very comfortable. I'm not seeing any anxiety with this dog at all. If anything, I see a little dominance. Are you okay? Do you need anything to wipe yourself with or anything? Okay, so this is what I was saying, yes? Just making sure that he understands picking your battles, stuffed animals. If he doesn't chew them, that's appropriate. The good word theory, yeah? So like right now, when he started going poo, I just got so, I couldn't believe he was doing it. But let's say that whenever he starts to produce, whenever he starts to have his constitution, if you look at him and you say good poop or good something other than what you use when he pees, eventually in time you'll be able to make him do that before you go anywhere. Do you see what I mean? So when he tinkles, if you say good potty, and when he poops you say good deuce or good produce or good whatever you want, he'll understand it. You see that sound?
Yeah.
When he was alerted to that sound, if I like the fact that he's listening for that sound, I would say good listen. So things that you need to start building, vocabulary that you need to start building with him, yes?
Yes.
If you see him put his butt on the ground, you say good sit. If you see him lay down, you say good down. If he starts coming towards you, you need to start chanting the word good. So let's say you're hanging out in the yard or in the house and he's sniffing something and then he sees you and starts to kind of trot towards you. Like right there, he's kind of walking in my direction. I would start chanting good, 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 the word good. So jumping, does he jump on you girls at all? Or is it on strangers more than?
No, he jumps on me. I'm bruised.
The bruises come from him?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. They're very noticeable, by the way.
So I bruise very easy.
You bruise easy, okay.
He really bruises me.
He does nip at
He does nip.
us.
Dang it, so he's a dominant dog.
He is very dominant.
You're not having any, listen.
Okay.
So remember that day when you were like, well, I'm worried about leaving him? You girls have a little more anxiety than he does that.
We do.
You're like, oh my God, we're worried about leaving him. You know, I'm like, man, this dog. So again,
Over that.
go ahead and sit down, yes.
Okay, you sit. It's fine.
So
I'll just
again-
ignore it. I'll avoid it.
Yeah, be very, very careful here, please. I need to get those painted bright yellow or something. Because they blend, huh? Now that I
Yes,
think
they
about it, they
blend.
blend. Or just maybe parking right in front of it. Okay, so, a very good word theory.
Okay.
If you're hanging out with the dog and the dog makes eye contact with you, the moment the dog makes eye contact with you, say good look. If every time he looks at you, you say good look, it's only a matter of time, good sit. Only a matter of time before you can say the word look. Hello, is he good with kids? Oh, he's good with kids. Oh, well, there we go. This is why he's here for training.
Oh, really?
That behavior, huh?
That behavior.
Yeah, yeah.
And
He's social though,
the
too.
potting that he does?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, he's petting back. Good sit.
He pets her.
Yeah, he's petting back.
Shoulder.
Got an interesting name.
Yes. Good boy. Good boy. You don't get
Oh my God. Yeah. Right. So if he wasn't on the leash, he'd be all over her neck.
Okay. His
Oh, watch out. Okay.
you want to walk that before you really depressed.
Thank you so much for petting him. We really appreciate it. Oh, he did poke. Okay.
So, yeah, that's
So really,
fine.
really quickly, I didn't want to say this in front of her, yes?
Yes.
and please, I'm not trying to be crass or anything. So, off the leash, would he have tried to mount her, hump her?
No.
So who is he humping or mounting? Who is he doing that behavior
Our
to?
dog.
Oh, not to you guys,
No,
not to you
no.
girls. Okay. So the dog, what's the dog's name, please?
Grissom.
Our
So
older
he-
dog's name is Grissom.
He mounts Grissom.
Yes.
I thought he was mounting like people,
his body.
like come and grab you and start humping you.
If they're
Okay.
laying down.
It's
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
like a wrestling.
It is,
It's
yeah.
almost
Yeah.
like
Wrestling.
it's not like you're trying to hump them. It's like
Yeah.
a wrestling.
If you can send me a video of that, because it may not be.
Yeah.
It might be. Listen, we have to pick our battles. In order to win the war, we have to pick our battles. Yes, if we fight too many battles.
Like children.
Yes. Oh, there you go. Yes, ma'am. Amen. Okay, very, very good. So the good word theory. Yes, if he were to lay down right now, I would say good down. If he laid down in a way that looked like an obedience command, I would say good down. If he laid down and then kind of went to the side and relaxed, I would say good settle.
Okay.
All right, so that's the good word theory. Now, is he food motivated? Does he like treats? Food.
He loves treats.
He loves treats.
You
Okay.
may take your finger off, I'm not gonna lie.
That's awesome. So he's very food motivated.
Very
So then you also want to employ wow moments then. So the good word theory is just acknowledgement and affection. The dog sits, you say good sit, good sit. I wouldn't say good boy or good dog. I would say good sit, good sit. The dog starts to come towards you, I would say good, good, good. Let's say you're in the yard and the dog is loose and he starts to run towards you. Start chanting the word good. And the moment he sees a squirrel, he stops coming in your direction, starts moving towards the squirrel. Stop chanting the word good. Good sit.
Okay.
Now, wow moments, yes?
Yeah.
Let's say that you want to keep, and with ladies, I know it's difficult to have treats on your person. So what you want to do is you want to get an open container, like a Tupperware or something, or a little bowl or a cup, so that you can reach your hands into, and you want to keep several treats in them. Small treats that are the size of the eraser at the top of a pencil.
Yeah, that's what we have
That's what
now.
we
Perfect,
have.
like
I
liver
have little
treats.
bags.
There you go. But listen, let me tell you something. Let me ask you something. I guarantee it. When you open that bag, what happens? He comes, gets happy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, the other dog does too. Because the sound of the bag opening has become the operant word. So we want to stop that. That's why I said you want to put them in an open container so they don't hear that sound. Because, so let me explain. So basically the opening of that sound is Pavlov's theory, basically. He hears it, he starts out. So we need to change that sound of the bag to the word wow. So for example, let's say we're hanging out with him, yes? And a little while ago when he sat down here, yes? The moment he sat down, if I had a high value treat handy near me or on my person, immediately when he put his butt on the ground, I would have said the word wow, and then fed him the treat right afterwards as I say good sit. So these are called wow moments. So these are the things I do with the dogs that are here for training for boarding. So I'm giving you a condensed version of this to limit the amount of classes you have to come out to and whatever, right? Just telling you basically these are the goals that you have to employ. And I do this with dogs 3 to 5, 6, 7 weeks, every day. With wow moments and the good word theory, spontaneity is key.
Yeah.
So instead of setting aside 10 minutes to work the good word theory wow moments, sprinkle it throughout your daily life. A little while ago when the little girl came up to say hello to him, yes? The way we would stop the jumping, and it's going to be a fight. You're going to have to, see, the problem is people do not persist. So people rarely continue to do something enough to cause a change. That's why diets fail. You know, you can do ab crunches for 10 minutes every day, and by a week later, you don't feel like you've made any progress, so you give up. Change the way you're eating, you give up. People fail because they don't persist. You have to be steadfast. So, bottom line, yes? Whenever he is greeting somebody, and let's see if he'll jump at me now. Let me show you guys how I would handle it as the alpha. Will you bring him up to me, please, and see if he'll jump on me? So, I'm going to tell you the right and the wrong way of doing this, yes? So, like, whenever he walks up to me, yes? If the person he's walking up to is one of you all who is initiated, who's had this class with me, when he walks up, good, good. I would say the word good, and as I approach him, I would pet him, good sit. Dang it. For the love of God.
He knows.
But then listen, that's why it's worth the drive, because I have that effect on the dogs, yeah? It's going to be good. Dang it, that always messes up, yeah? I'm trying to get him to jump on me. I need to put on a little dress. Dang it, okay, so we got to try that again. So, what I was going to do was as I was reaching down to pet him under the chin, I was going to be petting him under the chin, lifting his head up, and then his butt would go down as I push down. If his butt doesn't go down, so look, good. Good, look. You see how I'm going to pet him? Look, this is good. So look, good. Look, you see how I'm petting him like this? So look, I'm making him uncomfortable because I'm good sit. So when I'm petting him under the chin, I'm also doing this. Do you mind? I'll show you. So I'm also doing this.
So,
Do you mind? Look, I'm also doing this.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm dominating him like he does you. Remember you said he's very mouthy? So look.
Yes.
So do you see? And I'm kind of pulling into him as I'm kind of petting and pulling. I'm not trying to be mean. Those are shenanigans. So see, trainers will do that to make themselves look good, and then the dog won't respond to you because they're not teaching you how to do that.
Okay.
Now, they're shenanigans because I'm manipulating him to look good. If the little girl would have done that to him, he would have responded the same way. She might have to struggle with him more.
Yeah.
But if every time somebody walks up to him, look. You do that?
Yeah.
That's going to work. That doesn't mean it's going to work with every dog. But with him, it will work. But let me tell you what you can do as you're the person, yes?
Yes.
Next time the little girl comes over, or somebody comes over, when they approach him, instead of asking them to SIT, you need to start applying pressure and putting him in the sit. The other thing that we need to start doing is from now on, you need to start having him either tethered to this collar here, or preferably to a training collar. I can show you one that you would need today.
Yeah, we had one, but he grew out of it, so I may have
Okay,
to
but
get
let me tell you something. Good sit. The harness is just creating a monster. So the harness is making him more confident and dominant everywhere you go. So I often recommend a harness for dogs who are bewildered or cowards. But he's not a coward. He's not.
That's Grissom. That's Grissom.
Oh, bless Grissom's heart. And does he have a harness?
He has a harness.
He should be on a harness when you take him out and about for sure. I would even go as far as saying, now that it's getting cold, bless Grissom's heart and put a sweater on it. Do you know how much? And you know, that's why they have products where, like, when it's thundering, you put this like sweater and vest on it. So that makes them feel comforted.
Yes.
Do you see what I mean? So with Grissom, is that his name? Good sit. That's what we should do. But not with this dog. Hell
The
no.
only reason we had the harness on him is because when we take him on walks, he's a puller.
He is a puller.
But the harness is encouraging the pulling and making it worse. A lot of people use it for that reason. Well, he hates that thing around his neck. Well, even more reason for him to wear it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I know something makes a dog uncomfortable that shouldn't make them uncomfortable, I make them go through it. I don't baby them.
What about a gentle leader instead?
The problem with, you can use one. The problem with a gentle leader is that it goes against all my philosophies and theories. Number one, it pulls a dog's head down as a form of communication. I don't believe in pushing a dog's head down. It'd be kind of like if, it'd be like if every time you talk to me or you walk forward, your mom would push your head down and not let you make eye contact with me.
She does do that.
Oh my God. Well, there you go. But do you see what I mean? But if every time one of your girls was talking, you're like pushing their head down or like messing with them or kicking them under the table, that's what the gentle leader is doing. It's just taking away their confidence. I'm going to show you how to make all the stuff that the gentle leader can't make happen the proper way, because we're going to communicate in the methods that he's communicating. And listen, he's petting the girl when she's petting him.
Yeah.
So if you're touching him, look, so watch. Good sit. Good stay, Papa. Good stay. Now, I'm hardcore with him. Good stay. Good, good, good. If this was my dog and he was in here for training, good, good, good. The moment he stopped looking at me, I would stop petting him. I would only, while I'm training him and trying to teach him to be a better dog, I would only pet him under the chin. I wouldn't pet him anywhere else. Hold your ground, please. I wouldn't pet him anywhere else. I wouldn't do any of this. The only place I would pet him is under the chin every time and make eye contact with him. Good, good, good. Good, good. And look, good. Good, good, good. See how I fought him? I'm not being mean to him. He's not a coward though, because listen, if he was a coward, that would make him panic.
Yeah.
He'd freak out. I got a little shepherd named Sabine. When she first came in here, she wouldn't let me do that. She panicked. He's not a coward. He's a cool dog. Let me tell you, he's a well-adjusted dog, yeah? I didn't get that impression from our messages, but he's well-adjusted, okay? He's a good dog. So, you understand what I'm talking about there. Now, good sit. What you did there, though, the only problem with what I had with what you did is you weren't pushing his butt down. So get into the habit of every time you touch him, push his butt down, and look, good stay. The moment he stops looking at me, I stop petting him. The other thing is, because this dog is kind of in tune with you girls, be wary of creating bobblehead syndrome. So what I mean by, your mom already understands, what I mean by this is very simple. If every time you hear a noise, a squirrel goes by, a church parishioner comes and goes, if everything that's happening is making you look in that direction, guess what kind of dog you're gonna have? The dog's gonna be scanning. Yep. Because he thinks you're looking for treasures, looking for something to go grab before he finds it. So he's looking in every direction. Okay? So we don't want to do that. That doesn't mean when you're hanging out with him, you can't pay attention to other things and look both ways before you cross the road. What I'm saying is, when you're training with him, in the act of training, like we're gonna do here shortly, it's gotta just be you and him in a bubble, nothing else. Good down. Let's say you get him nice and tired. You give him a pig ear inside the house or something, yes? Inside the house, you just have things to chew on that aren't, you know, things full of bacteria and E. coli, like raw chicken, yeah? Outside, that's appropriate. Inside, no. So let's say you give him a bone, rawhide, or maybe a pig ear inside the house. Go outside, you throw the ball for him a little bit to get him nice and tired. He's hanging out. He's chewing on that pig ear. You're sitting down on the couch. When you stand up from the couch, he pauses and he looks at you, but doesn't get up, and you start moving. I would apply the good word theory day and say to the dog, good stay, because he's not moving. So for example, even right now, if I'm walking past him, good stay. Because he chose not to move, remember, inaction is a choice unto itself. Good settle. People, good stay. Good stay. Look, he could have got up. He could have jumped, didn't he? But he didn't. So this is the mistake. People don't reward inaction. People only look at their dog when their dog is moving. Every time you look at your dog and you talk at your dog, you're rewarding whatever behavior they're doing. So let me tell you something, yes? A lot of times when I go to festivities, a party or something before COVID, you go someplace, if somebody had a really well-trained dog that would walk up to everybody and sit in front of them, people would pet that dog, but they quickly become annoyed because he's sitting in front of everybody wanting to get loved on. But if you have a dog who just is really ambivalent about people and is off in the corner laying on his bed while the party's going on, everybody comments on what a great dog that is. Man, that's a good dog. See what I mean? People like that, yeah? But the problem is people only notice, but that dog, nobody's gonna go over, maybe one or two people might go over there and pet that dog. The dog that's social is he's working for his work. You know, he's going in front, he's sitting in front of everybody, but then he's annoying all your guests because he's in everybody's business. Still annoying. I'll bring out an annoying dog right now, sit in front of you every time. Be annoyed. Every time you move, he's gonna get up and it sucks, dude.
I have had that dog. I actually tripped over one of them.
But you see, just because they're sitting in front of you doesn't mean that they're still annoying, you know what I mean? It's like if your kid asks politely, please, 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 ah!
I love you.
But see how he's behaving. So let's say that right now, a squirrel darted by and he didn't move. I would say good stay. If he gets up, then he gets up. Let's go back to that scenario. He's chewing on his pig ear. You get up from the couch, he doesn't move, but he looks at you. Say, good stay, good stay. I would start walking. I might even go and walk over him. I would do things that I wasn't initially going to do. See, like right now, do you mind? Hold your ground, please. So look, good stay. Good. Good stay. Good sit. So he got up. Now what he's doing. Then look, I'm ignoring him now. Because now he got engaged, so he turned me off. So the moment he got up, I turned off. Well, it's kind of like putting on a show for the dog. Any questions about that? All right, what other issues are we having that we can address before we go into the leash handling?
He does eat his own poop.
Ooh, okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to feed him some Fig Newtons. Let's start that, okay? And that's another sign potentially of boredom. But Fig Newtons are delicious, and he's going to love them. He's probably not going to like, most dogs don't like the way they taste once they've been processed.
I've been putting pumpkin in his food.
And just drawing him to it, huh? But listen, pumpkin, they love pumpkin. And pumpkin, I'm sure, good sit, good down. Probably tastes like pumpkin on the way out. Fig Newtons, for some reason, that looks like pumpkin right there too, by the way. Yeah, I was gonna ask you girls off camera, hey man, so why is it that particular color? Good. So start with that, yes? And then again, doing the training that we're talking about, you're just having signs of boredom.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like those are signs that the dog needs some stimulation, because you have a working dog.
Yeah.
He's a Catahoula cur. I mean, he's a working dog. This is a lot of dog. This is not the dog I would want to retire with. I want to get a lazy, dumb dog to retire with, yeah?
Get our other dog.
Yeah, oh man, sometimes some chihuahuas are smart though. Yeah, that's the problem. And then they're rebellious.
In him.
Yeah.
And I guess I was hoping that maybe they would balance each other out, and
No.
Catahoula's definitely more prominent.
Yeah, he's very much so like a Catahoula. I had a Buceron who's named Copain, looked a lot like him. A lot of dog. This is a lot of dog, right? But you're managing him well. I think you're doing a good job. He's well adjusted. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing, yes? Very, very, very happy. Okay, let me go and grab. Oh, how handsome. And listen, whenever you girls come out for a class here, anytime. Bring the other dog around. I'd love, even if he's just running loose here. Just, it's real life. Yes.
Yeah.
I do have a question though.
Yes, ma'am.
The good word theory, will we have to start doing that with Grissom so he understands?
Of course. Why not? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, it's like no offense, yes, but Grissom's not too old to learn.
No, I know that,
You know?
but I just didn't know if, because whenever Grissom does see a squirrel, he goes and takes off after it.
If you like that behavior, then acknowledge it. If you don't like the behavior, then don't acknowledge it. But let me tell you something, yes? So, the video will be going up later today. So I took my Russian Shepherd out to Galveston. And he ran into another little dog that looked just like him, a Keeshond, yes? And this dog's going bananas. Going crazy, okay? As soon as that dog stops going crazy, the dad does what she just did. He reaches over and pets her to tell her to calm down. That didn't do anything but reward and encourage that behavior. Do you see what I mean? Acknowledgement. So if, let's say that, if he right now were to start growling at somebody across the street and you look at him and you pet him, or you tell him, calm down, it's okay. You're rewarding that behavior.
Okay.
If he's shivering or, and I'm about to potentially break everybody's heart because let me tell you something.
Oh man.
Grissom, yes? Grissom, yes?
Yes.
Bless Grissom's heart. Please, let me tell you something. More than likely, whenever Grissom would start getting scared or nervous, you girls lovingly tried to console and comfort him.
We're girls. We have 4 women in the
Men
house.
do it too. Oh my God.
5 women.
And my dad is probably worse.
Oh my God. Okay, so do you see what and I'm like that too. I'm very, I almost said mothering, yeah? Right? Like little mothering, yeah? If it's possible. But you know what I mean? So when we behave that way, we are encouraging, creating, fostering, nurturing that feeling. I tell you the truth, yes? If when Grissom was a puppy or younger, if this dog, if you're hanging out next to him and fireworks are going off and he's getting scared because brother's getting scared, you know what I would do? I would get up and walk away from him as if he farted. I'd be disgusted by him. Every time he'd walk up to me and try to get between my legs or look for comfort, I'd look at him like, what's the problem? It's like if you would have taken the girls to Disneyland when they were 4 and 5 or whatever young and they were crying. Do you know what I mean? Or crying when they're sitting on Santa's lap. Like, he's gonna give you presents. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's an irrational, you have to treat it as if it's irrational. If you're petting and trying to comfort the dog, you're making it worse. So be mindful of what you're promoting. I tell you the truth, even looking at him is promoting him.
Yeah, I think Dad's worse. My husband's worse.
Well, but let me explain something. People have a hard time understanding this, but again, visually looking in your dog's direction is praise. So you see, she's looking at him right now. If he was, nothing wrong with that. If he was, and if he would have looked back at you and say, good look. If he was growling when you were looking at him though, you're rewarding and encouraging it and giving it a thumbs up. Do you understand what I mean? So, and people have a hard time with that, but let me give you an example. Yeah, like girls growing up, yes, you know, you take them to the playground and they like to swing on they ever swing on the swing sets? But how much more fun was it, girls, when mom and dad were looking at you? Hey, look at me. No, you're looking at her, now watch me. You see what I mean? There's something about being acknowledged and looked at that creates that reality and heightens it for you. That's the dog all the time. Hey, look at me.
Yes. I work for a gymnastics company.
Oh, awesome.
So we definitely get kids that they'll try harder if mom and dad watch.
Yeah, man.
And if they don't watch, they're like, wow.
Tell those parents to invest in those standee cutouts that they're using in Hollywood now.
I just tell them to go
you know,
outside.
so you just put them there and they look like mom and dad. You know, like they have the police officer one sometime in the store. You're like, oh damn, you know, and it's just a cutout, cardboard cutout.
Yes.
Yeah, have them standing there and be like, hey, look, your mom and dad are here, and they act up good. Yeah.
Yes.
So again, observation is going to create an effect. So those little things that are going to make a big difference.
Okay.
Okay. Any other behavioral issues that we should address?
With them, I guess play fighting.
With the 2 dogs?
Yeah.
Please send me video of that because I don't want to make a rash judgment call and tell you something when, see, look, something pumped him up. So you see the barking?
Yeah.
If I appreciated that barking and I like that, you got to be careful because it'll go out of hand. Every time he barks, I would say, good, watch him or whatever, right?
He's very, I think
Something is making...
hearing. Oh, that's what it was.
TV when
It's
there's
the-
a dog barking.
Yeah.
It's the barking. It's barking.
Oh, he heard these dogs bark and that's what made him...
Barking with our dogs.
Okay, that
and
makes
no
sense.
dogs-
Good catch.
We live in a neighborhood, so
Okay.
obviously we have dogs everywhere, but...
I'm standing here
it'll be
puzzled and I
11
think you
o'clock
figured
at
it out.
night,
Okay, yeah.
And he'll just be howling.
Oh,
And we
cool.
can't have that in our neighborhood.
Not cool.
And
And like, do you guys have a kennel for him?
We do.
Okay. Does he howl when he's in the kennel?
No.
No?
Unless
Okay.
he's upset with you, unless he's like, he's Unless he
Good
knows
down. All right.
what he's
So I'm gonna
doing
go
wrong.
over some things with you girls then, yes. All right. So the howling. So we'll figure that, and that barking was from that, yes.
Yes.
All right. Very good. 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 He's very handsome. Good. 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 Good call, Papa.
Now let us go into the silence.